90.1 WECS, something different. I almost forgot to turn on the recorder. Hello, welcome back. Oh, that was perfect timing. I thought I was going to have to... Oh, okay, that was Bombino. I love Bombino. I saw them at the Fresh Grass concert this summer up in North Adams, Massachusetts. And pretty awesome stuff. But even more awesome, we have some live entertainment for you today. We have the one, the only, Dave Herrera. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Mark. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm excited to be here.
Oh, I'm happy to have you here. We go way back, like to the early start of the summer, right?
Yeah. Yeah, weeks.
And I've been waiting for you to come down here. So thank you for coming down today.
I'm jazzed I could make it. I'm super fat.
So Dave Herrera, not much is known about you. You're a mystery. Let's expose you to the world.
All right. I do try not to expose myself very often, but for you, I'll do it.
Well, be careful. That we are recording this on video too.
Yeah. No, I know.
All right, your vocals are good. Just get into the microphone.
Okay.
You should be used to that, being a performer.
No biggie there. I'm just going to move this one back so I don't punch it.
So just can you summarize, like, in a few sentences, who is Dave Herrera, the entertainer? Or you probably need more than a few sentences because you do so much. You do a lot.
I do. I kind of span the gambit when it comes to... It's why I call myself an entertainer, is because I'm in video, I'm in audio, I do audio engineering for other bands, I do videos for other bands, I do school plays, and I go to rock festivals and I film bands there. And so, like, I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to entertainment. I mean, I'm a puppeteer and a voice actor, so a children's performer. So it really kind of, if it's something that I can entertain you with, I try to do it because it's fun.
And have you been like that ever since you were a little kid? You wanted to entertain people, get people's attention, get that positive feedback from people?
Yeah, pretty much. You can blame that on the Muppet Show.
Yeah.
Yes, Kermit the Frog is still one of my heroes and idols who I try to emulate as often as possible. I grew up watching the Muppet Show, and I mean it was in syndication for most of my young life at that point, but it was still, come on, it's the Muppet Show. And all the sketch comedy and the short form, just plays, really, in some cases, where it's like these theatrical things with a gag at the end. Mm-hmm. And the musical guests and the musical productions they do of popular songs, their own arrangement, taking a song that's normally sung by one person and it's sung by 5 or 6 different puppets. It's really cool. And as I got older and I realized what went into all that, the puppetry and the voice acting and the pre-recording and everything, I was the nerdy kid who liked the VHS tapes that had all the behind the scenes stuff on them. Yep. And I'd like watch the movie and be like, okay, and then I'd watch the behind the scenes stuff like 4 or 5 times, and then DVDs the same thing, Blu-rays the same thing, and now it's all on YouTube, and that's like what I do on YouTube. I go find the behind the scenes stuff. I like that. So I mean, movie production and all that stuff is it's fascinating to me. And yeah, it's directly because of the Muppets and Fraggle Rock later on, just because they're awesome.
Is the Muppets still in production, or
they're new stuff now? Actually,
there is new stuff?
Sorry, excuse me, I forgot how to breathe.
I thought I saw something recently where they were doing shows like
that. Over to mid-pandemic, they did an online thing where they were actually filming in front of green screens in their homes and in their home studios, and putting it together later on, editing and post. And,
wow.
CBS had a show for a while. I think it was CBS had a show for a little while that ended up canceled. That was kind of like a raw, adulty Muppet type thing, which was it was interesting. But yeah, they're still producing stuff now. A lot of it's short form, just for today's audiences, because we live in a world of no attention span.
I love Jim Henson, and sometimes it really touched me when we lost Jim Henson tragically, and he was so young, and it just seemed over just like catching the cold or something like that, something simple. He was like such a great humanitarian, and every once in a while I'll go onto YouTube and I'll watch his funeral. Have you ever seen his funeral?
Yeah, I've seen bits of it.
It's amazing because he was loved by so many people. So many celebrities came to his funeral and sang songs that to honor Jim Henson.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing if you ever get a chance to watch on YouTube. All right, so enough talk about for Muppets for now. We can talk more later.
Yeah.
Because it is one of my favorite topics too. But I want to hear some music.
Sounds good.
And you've got it. Did you just release a new album recently?
I did. Well, not an album. It's a single. I just released a single. I did
Oh,
put
not-
out.
Before that, though, did you
That
have
was
something?
that was a self-produced EP that didn't get put out anywhere. It was just a CD that I made.
Oh.
For I whipped it up really quick in like a week for it was a gig I was doing at the Marigold in East Hampton, Mass, which is a fun room, and it was so I put that together to have it out and to sell and to hand out to people like yourself to get, it's kind of like a first taste type thing. Like here's me, be interested in me, please. Pay attention to me. So it's a fun little EP, but it's not really available anywhere. And I think
too bad.
I've given
It's
about
a
all
really
but
cool
one.
EP.
Yeah, I'm thinking about redoing some of of those tracks and re-releasing it. Now that I've got my single out, and it's already started to pick up some interest, which is cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. And so yeah, I'm planning on re-recording those. I've got some more tracks that are actually already in the pipeline that I'm working on currently. I've been working with a great producer, someone who I think you know. Her name's Amanda Melly.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, ridiculously talented producer, and just a good ear and a great mind for the business aspect of it, which is, I could use all the help I can get with that. But yeah, she's brilliant, and she's been a huge help with that. I've also, in turn, been helping produce some of her stuff as well, so it's kind of
I love
scratch
collaborations like that.
Yeah. It's been fun. And actually, the single that I just released, the drums that I recorded on there, the percussion part, is actually inspired by something that she was just hammering out at one point, sitting at the drum set next to my recording stuff. And I'm like, oh, that is so cool. And she's like, yeah, I know. And so I completely was like, I'm going to do that. And she's like, okay, cool. And I did. And so it's really cool. Very, very collaborative effort. Very, very collaborative. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of the stuff that her and I have been working on. That's her stuff coming out a little later on.
Excellent. So let's hear some of your stuff right now.
All right. So this first one is not that single. This was, speaking of Amanda, this is actually her favorite song that I play. It's called The Reality Is, and I call it my ode to neurodivergent depression. I am, in fact, on the spectrum. I have these learned abilities where you and I can chat because this is a job and this is a business, what I do. But as soon as I'm out of here, I'm gonna be like, I'm done with people, and I'm gonna hide. And like social situations, I'm the guy who stands off in the corner and watches everybody. Yeah, that's me.
Wow.
But,
is that what that means?
Yeah.
There's a term for that.
Yeah, there's a term for that. We're not just weirdo wallflowers anymore. No, it's called neurodivergence.
I should go get diagnosed.
There you go.
Hold on one sec. We're just going to stop because I want to make sure we get this on video. Okay. And resume.
All right, cool. So yeah, it's called The Reality Is. And it's all about, introvert living in an extroverted world. You look so good over there, standing up against the bar. In my mind I'll walk over there and ask you how you are. But the reality is, you don't know what it's like to be an introvert in this extroverted world. Silence of my heartbreak is too deafening to hear. One more smile might crack my lips and I'll crumble from the fear. But the reality is, you don't know what it's like to be an introvert in this extroverted world. I say the things that I've learned to say, and I do the things I've learned to do. The show I put on is just a play, and the audience is you. And the reality is, you don't know what it's like to be an introvert in this extroverted world. So you smile and you wave at me, and you know that I'll smile right back. I want to hear what you've got to say, but it's confidence I lack. And the reality is, you don't know what it's like to be an introvert in this extroverted world. Oh, the reality is, you don't know what it's like to be an introvert in this extroverted world. So I'll stay right where I sit. No, I won't never make a play. My social life is all bull, so in my seat I'll stay. And the reality is, you don't know what it's like to be an introvert in this extroverted world. Oh, the reality is, no, you don't know what it's like to be an introvert in this extroverted world. In this extroverted world. In this extroverted world.
Yay, Dave. Dave.
I love the almost clapping you were doing while you were waiting for me to finish the song. You're like, oh, is it done? Is it done? Is it done? Nope. I like keeping you hanging.
Don't want to step on you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, we're going to come right back in just a moment after this brief public service announcement. With or without guitars, I have no idea. We'll find out.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, and everything's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, baby. It's cool. I think Acousticool's got Anna Tivell coming up in a show at a house concert in Bristol. Just in case you have an affection for this performer, Anna Tivell. I don't remember what she sounds like, but I'm sure she's really good. Oh, I should probably turn the recorder back on. So yeah, Acousticool. Have you ever been to a house concert, Dave?
I have actually been to several. Part of one of the things that I do is I am often the sound engineer and videographer for Chapel Apple House, which is a place that they do house concerts. They're usually funded by the Mass Cultural Council, and I am the one who goes in and does sound, and I record the videos.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I've been to several. I'm also have been a part of the Water Street Barn, which is a small performance venue in Shelburne Falls, where I live, and they do house concerts, and they did lawn concerts towards the end of the pandemic, all the way up until this weekend. Actually, is the first one they're going to be doing back inside in the building, in the barn. Mm-hmm. It's a converted barn that's been turned into a very small performance hall. It's like a living room with a stage. It's really cool.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I've been a part of and attended several of them, and I love them. They're so intimate. They're so personal.
Exactly what I was just going to say. Yeah. They're wonderful. If you ever get a chance, Acousticool is a really good one in Bristol, Connecticut. They used to just do it in the basement, and they really fixed up the basement really nice. It held about 44 people. And then, yeah, during the pandemic, I'm not sure, maybe before then too, they did some in the backyard. But now they've built a really nice stage in the backyard.
Nice.
It's really cool. All right. So back to Dave, the performer. Hi, Dave.
Hi. I'm here.
We left off at the Muppets. Muppets are awesome.
Muppets are awesome.
I mean, don't you just want to stay and be a kid forever?
I've made it a point not to grow up, no matter how old I get. And all of my children will definitely attest to that. They'll be like, yeah, no, he's not really a grown-up. And that's okay.
Yeah. I forgot where I was going to go with that, but it was going to be a really cool question.
I'm sure it would have been an amazing segue.
It was a okay. We'll come back to the Muppets, I'm sure. Puppetry. So,
Puppetry.
Have you been to the School of Puppetry right down the street from here?
No, I haven't, but a good friend of mine, Eric Weiss, who is the president of the Western Massachusetts Puppetry Guild, which is a guild that I actually helped found. It's the first international online guild that was formed during the pandemic.
Wow.
Which was really kind of cool. We started planning it before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, and they're like, "Oh, okay." So we went online. It was really cool. And he not only has been there several times, but he actually has been a guest speaker there as well. So I know of it. Unfortunately, I don't get into Connecticut or this area much. It's kind of a haul for me.
Yeah.
Sheldon Falls is like an hour 45 from here.
Yeah. When you were coming down, you came down 195 though, right?
No, because I was actually coming from Fiskdale. I was coming from Sturbridge, Mass, because I was helping a friend set up for a...
So you went the back way?
So, yeah, I went the way my GPS told me. I don't...
All right.
I listened to the mechanical voice on my phone. I did what I was told, like a good doobie.
There you go. That's all you have to do. So one of the ways to get here, basically, you could have driven right by it and didn't even know it, maybe. But, yeah, they're getting a lot of notoriety. And good for them. I love puppetry.
Oh, yes.
There was a puppetry troupe I saw at a music festival up in Woodstock, New York, Olive Bridge, New York. And I forget the name of it. Something by the sea or something. But it's good to see that puppetry hasn't died. It's an old art form, right?
Oh, it's one of the oldest. It's been around. I mean, technically, somebody puts on a mask and puts on a show. That's a form of puppetry. It's actually called mask puppetry. When you see, people dressed up like a Teletubby or a Barney or what have you, that's all called masked puppetry. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's been around forever. But I mean, even before that, you pick up a stick and make it talk, something you do when you're a kid. Puppetry's been around. Puppetry's probably been around before recorded history. I can't imagine that, cave kids didn't like pick up rocks and go. So it's just one of those things. Pretend and puppet are the same thing. And pretending is such a human, it's such something that's so intricate to the human condition, is imagining and pretending and playing. And puppetry is playing professionally.
And it's crucial for early learning and development to be able to play like that and imagine and do imaginary pretend to play.
Oh, very much so. Actually, speaking of the Henson family, Lisa Henson, who is now basically running, it's Jim's daughter, who basically runs everything, started a foundation specifically exploring how puppetry can help neurodivergent children in their and just socially and educationally, and so and that's a really cool thing, and that's it's a new official field of study, and it's something that anybody who's been in the puppetry world has known forever.
Yeah.
How many people have seen, the old movies where like, the psychiatrist or the counselor or whatever would pick up a puppet and like, how are you feeling today? It's been around forever.
Works,
it's just like now they're actually doing studies into it and publishing papers.
Good.
And so it's really cool. That started happening, I think, a year and a half ago or something like that. And it's ongoing.
Awesome. Let's hear another song from you.
All right, sounds good. So I consider myself a blues man, although I do like blues adjacent and rock stuff and a lot of country and country adjacent stuff as well. But blues is where my heart and soul lives, and this one is very much like, just what a good friend of mine, John Fuller, would call real blues. It's like just, 3 chords and the truth. So
I like it.
I think I just punched the microphone, so sorry if I deafened any listeners. Baby, kiss me like you do. Drive me crazy. What you put me through. You look so good. and you feel so right. Yeah, I said put that smile on and let me love you tonight. I wanna hold you, make you say my name. I wanna squeeze you, gonna play that game. Let's get ready on for a good time. Yeah, I said put that smile on and let me love you tonight. Come on, baby, hold me in your hands. Come here, baby, let me be your man. It's time for you and me now, ooh, to make it right. Yeah, I said put that smile on and let me love you tonight. Yeah, I said put that smile on and let me love you tonight.
Yeah. Awesome. Dave, the blues man.
I try.
Dave, the blues entertainer. Dave, the puppeteer. Dave, the everything.
Yeah, I dabble in everything.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
And it's cool, and you know what's really cool, Dave? There's this radio show on after mine called the New Music Alliance Radio Hour,
Really?
and it features original local music from Western New England artists.
Oh.
Sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it?
It does. It sounds very interesting. Actually, already a fan. I caught on when Amanda Melly was on here. So much connection there. Yeah, I really enjoyed the show. I loved the programming. The list that she came up was really cool.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is really good stuff. Even stuff that I hadn't heard. So, and some people who I knew, like
Yeah.
Valerie Newman. Like I've known her for a while. I knew her when she was just getting started in the whole music thing, and she's grown leaps and bounds. So yeah.
There was only one artist there that I knew from that whole show, Peter Lendorf, who I actually only learned about through listening to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour.
There you go.
But yeah, who's one of the artists I really liked from that show? Lavina. I think she was playing somewhere last night. I almost went out. And Mama Killsmith.
Yep.
It was an amazing song.
Yeah, she does a great job. I've known her for a while too. She's actually my sister who's also a musician. She's friends with Serena, who's the lead singer of Mama Killsmith, and yeah, so I've known her for a while. And again, it's another one of those really cool situations where I got to see her like start. And I mean, she's been playing and singing forever. She was in a group with my sister, but just like really flourish on her own as Mama Killsmith as that band. And man, yeah, kicking down doors that one.
It was just like one song out there in the ether of the internet, and it's amazing. I can't wait to see what they put out next. All right, Dave, the entertainer, originally from San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah.
Moved to the East Coast when you were around 6 or so.
Correct.
Do you ever go back to San Antonio?
I went back once, back when my father was still out that way, and it was nice to go out and visit. It had been, a decade and a half or something like that since I had been back there. It was really cool, seeing the stuff that I read. But being a single dad of 4 kids, I don't travel a whole lot.
You travel from gig to gig.
Yeah,
and-
gig to gig, job to job,
Yeah.
and school to home, and that's my life. But that's okay. It's a good one.
It is. Family's everything. In San Antonio, did you get a chance to catch any music while you're down there?
Oh, you can't help it. There's music everywhere when you
yeah.
go down there. I mean, I grew up, even when my family moved to Massachusetts, my father still listened to Tex-Mex, Tejano music, and I mean, so I grew up listening to that stuff. Some of my favorite memories, I actually talked about this at an open mic, was it last night? No, night before last, at how there was an accordion player who came and did the open mic, which, first of all, yay, accordion player, yes.
Yeah.
That was the best. But then I went up there, like, you brought back all these memories of when I was like a little kid in San Antonio, and my tio Lucio, my uncle Lucio, would come over, and he'd just have this little bitty accordion that he'd play, and sing horribly, these like old, Mexican and Tex-Mex songs. And it was just like, dude could not sing. I remember that vividly. But man, could he play. And I had no idea what was going on. I couldn't understand a word of it, but I was dancing my tiny little butt off.
Oh.
And and then, later on I fell in love with Weird Al Yankovic and parodies. So like, and then, accordion and polka because of that. And like, oh man, accordion is just a really underrated instrument. And it needs to be, brought back out. I just don't have the hands for it. My fingers are Vienna sausages. I'm lucky that I can play guitar.
I love the accordion too. Yeah, some good polka punk. You can even throw in some punk or who knows.
Oh man,
you can do it
Well,
whenever.
I used to work for one of my first jobs was I worked for an all ages music club that used to be in Plaster, New Hampshire. It was called the Sad Cafe, named after the Eagles song, which was named after the book.
Oh.
And it was there for several years. It was a nonprofit. And that's where I had kind of learned how to run sound and do live sound for that because I'm a teenager, and they put me behind the giant 40-channel board, which is really cool. But it was right in the middle of the big ska wave that was happening in the 90s. And man, do I love ska. But there was a couple of bands that came through, and they had accordions. There was one in particular that they used to be called the Cartel, and they actually came down all the way. They came from somewhere in Canada. And I think it was Quebec actually, because half their songs on their CD were in French. But man, they were so good. They had a saxophone and an accordion, a saxophone, accordion, a bass, a drummer, and a guitarist, and this like 4-foot tall girl, and it just blew my mind. And I was like, I had already loved accordion at that point, but I saw that, and I'm like, yeah, that thing can do anything.
I'm getting a vision right now. With all the people all the connections you have, you should assemble like a super group and throw in like interesting, weird instruments like an accordion and see what happens.
Oh man, I love doing stuff like that. I'm the guy who brings ukuleles to guitar places. I have several odd instruments myself, and one of my favorites actually a double neck ukulele. It's a bass on top and a tenor ukulele on the bottom.
Oh wow!
I love playing that thing and just walking in with it. People are going, "What is that?" Like, it's the instrument of your dreams. It's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I'm all about bringing in the weird stuff. I have 2 melodicas. I love a good
What's
job.
that?
It's the piano you blow into.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's basically an accordion that you're the wind bag instead of the squeezing, and that's it. And it's a lot smaller, so my tiny little sausage fingers can use it. But it's a really cool instrument. You should check it out.
Cool. Let's hear another song. You didn't bring one with you, right?
No, I didn't. No, not this time.
I could blow into it and join you on a song or something.
No, next time I'll see you, I'll make sure I'll bring one of them along. They're great. All right, another song. Cool.
I love the songs that were on that EP, BTW. Just by
yeah. Do you have a request? Is there one you'd like to hear?
You're My Midlife Crisis.
Midlife
really
Crisis.
good.
I was actually planning on doing that one. So that
that's
works
a
out
good
nicely.
romantic song.
I will gladly do Midlife Crisis. For those of you who are listening at home and can't see my face, I am in my 40s. I have been in midlife crisis since I was probably 15. So I'm very well, I'm cool with, accepting that. But no, the song itself is actually about, basically, being in love with a woman who you really shouldn't be. And, you shouldn't be. And it's a bad idea. It's never going to work out. And but yeah, the heart wants what the heart wants, and that's kind of what this whole song is about. It's a fun one. close my eyes and I see you there, swaying those skin-tight jeans, silver style and long blonde hair, devil's horns and angel wings. You're my midlife crisis, baby, make my heart stop every time. Though you'll never know it, maybe, in my dreams I'll make you mine. He's got his arms around you, loving every second that you're his. And who can blame him, darling? Don't get much better for him than this. You're my midlife crisis, baby, make my heart stop every time. Though you'll never know it, maybe, in my dreams I'll make you mine. Though you'll never know it, maybe, in my dreams I'll make you mine. Now see you smiling at me as you wave and say goodbye. And my soul just dies within me with your arms around that guy. You're my midlife crisis, baby, make my heart stop every time. Though you'll never know it, maybe, in my dreams I'll make you mine. Though you'll never know it, maybe, in my dreams I'll make you mine.
Yeah.
Thank you. I dropped my pick.
Oops.
I got another one.
You've been doing this for a while. You're prepared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got pick holders, man. For those new guitarists out there, if you're listening, pick holders. Stick them to your guitar, stuff them with picks, because, man, you throw those suckers.
All right. We're going to come right back after this brief message.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
And it's cool, and it's cool. And at 4 o'clock, in just about 18 minutes, the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. This week, I have nothing to do with it. Don't blame me for anything. I didn't do any editing. I didn't do the playlist. I didn't go on the show as a host. But I'll tell you who is on the show. Our executive director, Mr. Sherry, Mark Sherry. We have Violet Hosthor, and a third host this week is Miss Amanda Melly. And Mark did the playlist, and I just briefly looked at the playlist once, and he's got some cool songs. I don't know where he pulls into. He's got this bag somewhere hidden under his bed, and he just reaches in and pulls out these amazing songs, and I think you're going to want to listen. And, yeah, we've got this new host. She's pretty cool. She's she brings a new dimension to the show, I think. She always has a great opinion and perspective on a lot of the music, and she definitely finds a lot of great local artists for us to play as well. So, stay tuned, 4 o'clock. Dave Herrera is here right now, and you just recently put out, you're going to do that last. Okay. And I am recording. I have to double check. Dave, what else can we talk about? We talked about puppets. We talked about Halloween. Do you like Halloween?
Oh, I love Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, I've actually got an event that I'm hosting. It's a blues fest that's happening at the Water Street Barn, which I talked about on this Sunday. It's happening from 4 to 6 at the Water Street Barn in Shelburne Falls, Massachusetts. And I've got a couple of other local blues artists who are going to be playing. It's Alan Pelletier is going to be opening up, playing slide guitar and singing some classic covers. And then after that's going to be Dennis Howard, who is he was originally from Worcester, Mass, and he still sounds like he's from Worcester. And he's a crazy talented musician and guitarist, and he does a lot of blues and country stuff too. So he's going to be right after Alan. And then we're going to have a costume contest for the kiddos. We've got prizes that were donated from a local pizza place and a local gourmet candy store. And, candy and food and pizza from the pizza place. And then I'm going to close up. It's going to be a really fun time.
Awesome.
And it's a free show.
And that's tomorrow.
That is tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m.
Everybody should drive up to Shelburne Falls.
Shelburne Falls.
It's a beautiful ride this time of year. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust me. How does everybody look you up on the socials and everything?
Well, I mean, I just actually started a brand new Facebook specifically for my music stuff. And if you go to Music of Dave, it's at Music of Dave on Facebook. That's me. You'll see me. I've got, the thin beard and the fedora hat and the black background. It's actually the cover. It's the same photo I used for the cover for my single that I just released. So you can find me there. But also, if you go on Instagram, you go to at Dave the Entertainer. That is kind of my catch-all Instagram. Everything kind of goes there. I only have one of those. And also, if you're interested in the videography stuff I do or the stuff that I don't do that's specifically for me, or I do with other artists in the area, you can go to at Dave the Entertainer on Facebook as well. So
Cool.
3 different ways of finding me.
Excellent. You're out there. All right, let's hear another song before we run out of time here.
Sounds good.
Oh, I almost forgot. We have to play a game later, too.
Oh, play a game. Oh, I like games. Games are fun, unless they're not. Oh, hang on. Oh, dear.
Which
So,
song is this going to be?
This one's my most country adjacent one that I have right now, I think.
Is it more country western or country pop?
Oh, no. Country pop. And again, it's country adjacent.
Adjacent,
Like,
yeah,
it's
I like
definitely like, it could play on a country station just as easily it could play on something else. But I mean, you can. It's good music. So I said, I just punched the mic again. Sorry, listeners.
That's okay.
No, it's if it's depressing, I sing it. That's like that's it. And it doesn't get much more depressing than country.
Well,
I love country. Okay, there we go.
Blues is pretty bad.
Blues
if you
is really
listen
bad.
to the lyrics.
Blues is really bad. It's great. Happy people don't. No, because there's happy blues too.
There can be, yeah.
There's happy blues too. There's blues that's like hopeful and happy. That's the cool thing. Blues is not about being depressed. It's just about being really emotional and can be any direction.
Yeah.
Look at half of Stevie Ray Vaughan's catalog. A lot of that stuff is really upbeat and happy stuff and fun stuff. A lot of it really isn't.
Oh.
So yeah, this one is probably my most country adjacent song that I wrote, that I've written in the last long time. It's called "I Love You More."
Oh, I love this one.
Break my heart in two every time I look at you. Make my soul wanna cry. I'm not who you see. Standing here, I'm just me. I'm not the one you want. No. I love you more. What is that for? In the dark, hold my hand, but I'm not the one who can hold you back tonight. No. My mind wanders there, run my hands through your hair, just in my mind. I love you more. What is that for? Watch a show, go to work. Never mind how much it hurts. We keep on moving on. Say goodnight to myself. Put my heart up on the shelf. Hug my pillow. I love you more. What is that for? I love you more. What is that?
Wow.
Thank you.
I think that might be my favorite song of yours. And I was thinking, on that whole EP that I heard, I got this vibe of like a Martin Sexton swagger.
Oh, thank you.
And especially with that song right there. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll be right back with more Dave Herrera right after this message.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
And we're back here at WECS, a community service of Eastern Connecticut State University. And in the studio live with me is Dave Herrera. Dave is an amazing entertainer,
Thank you so much.
performer, and all-around guy, all-around dude.
I do try to be round.
He's the kind of dude you just want to hang out with for the afternoon. But we're running out of time. I want to play a quick game. Do you want to play quick?
Sure, let's play a game.
We can forego and do 2 more songs, or we can play a game and do 1 more song.
Oh, let's do the game. Come on, gotta live.
All right, so this, you probably saw this. It's called Lyrical Ponderings. I give you a song title. The song title will be in the form of a question. And you can either tell me who sang the song or answer the question.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to be horrible at this. I don't remember people's names. I have trouble remembering my own kids' names, so this is going to be interesting.
That's okay. Most people, I get 10% response rate on this is a correct response. Pick a number between 1 and 201.
All right. How about, I don't know, 194.
Oh, you should have picked 201. You might have gotten that one.
I like making things difficult for myself.
We already did. Well, everybody keeps picking the same numbers over and over again.
I'll pick a different number.
Pick another number.
Okay. 75.
Oh, I gotta go all the way other way. Gotta scroll down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to make it easy on you.
My thumb is tired. Somebody did that one too.
Oh, man. 83.
All right, this is it. Oh, I'm just gonna pick a random number. Okay, here we go. Why can't we be friends?
I've heard the song a million times. I couldn't tell you who wrote it now.
Smash Mouth, 1997. Why can't, wait a minute. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something else too. That's certainly not the song that I'm. Why can't we be friends?
Yeah.
Well, that's not Smash Mouth.
Right.
I think your database is
Maybe
incorrect.
they could have covered it, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
Uh,
Oh no, the game is flawed.
I'll give you a real quick. Who is it?
Huh?
Who is it?
Is that a question or a song?
Who is it?
My entire brain just went.
It's both.
Oh, there you go.
It's a song and it's a
Yeah,
question.
nope, you got me. Completely stumped.
Michael Jackson
Oh.
in 1981. All right. So more about Dave. So you mentioned earlier you performed with your sister a while back in the group Water Bear.
Yes.
I think that was one of the first songs Amanda shared with me when I first met her, and I was like, "Oh, I love this song." It had a really cool, chill vibe to it.
Yeah. My sister's good for that. Yeah. My sister, AJ Kiernan, is the lead singer and the writer. And basically, she's the band. And I get to come in and sing harmonies and play bass for her occasionally, which is cool. But yeah, she's crazy talented writer. Crazy talented writer and singer and performer.
I can't wait to meet her someday. And so, is there a trick to doing harmonies? Or do you think it's easier because she's your sister? Do you ever hear that fallacy, wherever they say siblings are good at doing harmonies?
Well, I mean, to be fair, we are and have been forever. But I was learning harmonies and stuff, again, going back to the Muppets, paying attention to the Muppet Show and, picking apart, like, oh, why does this sound so good? Oh, it's because, this puppet is singing this note and this puppet doesn't. So I started learning harmonies real early on. Plus, I mean, I grew up when all my, peers had, tape players and CDs. I had, my mother's LP collection and a big old portable OD green suitcase style record player. And so that was like my music for, all my formative years. And, there isn't anything more harmony rich than, between 1950 and 1970s, pop rock and soul and R&B music, which, is just great. And, plus I was a huge fan of the Monkees.
Awesome.
So.
Well, you've got a new song coming out. You said you released a single, right?
Yes, I did.
Let's talk about it real quick and start playing it, and we'll get out of here.
All right, cool.
'Cause we're running out of time,
It's
so.
available on all the streamers. It's called Just Done. And you just search Dave Herrera. There's a few of us on Spotify, but I'm the only one with Just Done.
I saw
Dave Herrera, man, if you do a Facebook search for David or Dave Herrera, there's like 13,000. Herrera is a really common last name, and David is, come on, it's Dave. So, yeah, I'm pretty average.
But
name-wise
you
anyway.
are a special Dave Herrera because you're here in Western New England, and we're thankful that you're here.
I appreciate it. Glad to be here. All right, so this song is called Just Done, and it's the one I just released.
It's just done.
Not just done yet. It's going to be just done when I'm done with it. I'm just so tired. Today the weight's too much. My soul feels mired. Can't feel that touch. I'm just so done. My heart can't take it. Not another one. Just gonna break it. Days like today, my eyes won't open. Days like today, I'm not that showman. Days like today, I'm just done. I need my tomorrow to come real fast. I need my tomorrow to erase my past. So hard to see the light when the world's so dim. Gotta keep that face on right. The whole world loves a grin. Days like today, my eyes won't open. Days like today, I'm not that showman. Days like today, I'm just done. I need someone to hold me, but I can't get out that door. I need someone to need me, but I can't feel anymore. I'm empty like a wrapper that's discarded on the floor. I'm shiny, but I'm wrinkled. I'm easy to ignore. Days like today, my eyes won't open. Days like today, I'm not that showman. Days like today, days like today, I'm just done.
Thank you, Dave Herrera, for coming down today. That was amazing. Just done?
Just done.
Just done.
Just done.
Oh, thank you very much for coming down. And we got to go. It's the new Music Alliance Radio Hour.
All right.
And stay tuned. We'll be right there in 15 seconds.